Why the Gospels were valid historical documents in less than 2 minutes. First, we have major Jewish and Roman historians like Josephus and Tacitus who confirm many of the key details. They record that Jesus was a wise teacher, a miracle worker, and he was crucified under Pontius Pilate. Then you look at the timeline. The letters of Paul were written just 10 years after the resurrection and cite more than 500 living eyewitnesses. This was a highly vulnerable claim to make in a small place like 1st century Judea, where word would have traveled fast. If it were fake, powerful enemies could have fact-checked it and destroyed the movement almost instantly. Instead, the faith grew rapidly across major cities just through word of mouth. The text also contains embarrassing details that fiction writers would have definitely left out. They admit that women discovered the empty tomb while the men ran away scared. This is significant because women were looked down upon in that society, so a fake story would have likely used the men as the witnesses and the brave heroes. They also report that Joseph of Arimathea, a member of the Jewish council that condemned Jesus, was the one who buried him. You wouldn't invent that type of detail to make your heroes look weak or your enemies look good unless they actually happened. We also have to consider the one who objected. Not a single person denied these events with good evidence while the eyewitnesses were still alive. The earliest real objection came much later in the 2nd century from a philosopher named Psellus, who wasn't even there. Finally, the apostles all went to brutal deaths for this message. As the Roman Pliny the Younger noted, early Christians refused to deny their faith even when given 3 chances to save themselves. People might die for a belief, but nobody willingly goes to a brutal death for a lie they know was invented or even have some doubt about.